Hey, is that folk music that you play there? What is that? How do you call that folk music?
I think it was Studs Terkel who asked Big Bill Brunzi, did he consider his blues music to be folk music? And Big Bill says, well, never heard no horses.
Shoo bob shooby doo doo booby doo dow.
Bang! Hot dog!
Don't hesitate. It could be your ticket to a new tomorrow.
Hello, my name is Norris, and I'd like to do some songs for you today. Just come into your living room and maybe your heart. My lady sun is sinking fast. My race is nearly run. My strongest trials now have passed. Triumph has begun. Oh, come, angel band, come and around me stand. Bear me away on the snowy wing to my immortal home. Bear me away on the snowy wing to my immortal home. I'll bear my longing so to him who bled and died for me, whose blood now cleanses all from sin, gives me victory. Oh, come, angel band, come and around me stand. Bear me away on the snowy wing to my immortal home. Bear me away on your snowy wing to my immortal home. Now listen, 'cause I've almost reached my heavenly home. Spirit, loudly sing, the heavenly host before they come. 'Cause I hear the sounds of wings. Oh, come, angel band, come and around me stand. Bear me away on your snowy wing to my immortal home. Bear me away on your snowy wing
was Horses Sing None of It. We're thrilled to have Norris as our guest tonight. Currently living in New York City, but for many years, 25 years in fact, he resided in Europe in various parts and played music in many countries and venues over there. And I ran into him at the Dumbo Arts Festival in Brooklyn some time ago, a couple months ago. Asked him if he'd be interested in being our guest, and to my pleasure, he agreed. So thanks for coming on the show, Norris.
Nice being here. I should have said, but I'll say it now. If I'm doing any songs and you know them and you feel like singing along, the more the merrier. This is a song, or this is a program that deals with what we call traditional public domain, or your own songs. When I first went to Europe, there was a girl on the boat with whom I was traveling, and her name was Liberty, but she didn't like the name Liberty, and so a lot of her friends used to call her Yip. And so I thought that if I wrote a song for her, maybe she would like her name much better. And so before I landed in the Netherlands, she was telling me about the country, and so what I tried to do is to put into words some of the things she told me about Europe before I even arrived. Go something like this. I'll paint your fences white, wash your windows clean. Your vision of the world is quiet and serene. Take me by the hand, across the northern sea, to a town called Amsterdam, and a girl named Liberty. The streets are short and narrow, everything's quite small. Spring melts into summer, and summer into fall. Take me by the hand, across that northern sea, to a town called Amsterdam, and a girl named Liberty. We'll stand among the flowers, too beautiful for words, and as we stand in awe, there'll come the songs of birds. Take me by the hand, across the northern sea, town called Amsterdam, and a girl named Liberty. We'll buy ourselves a castle, cross that northern sea, throw open wide the gates, so all may come and see. Take me by the hand, cross that northern sea, town called Amsterdam, and a girl named Liberty. North we'll go sailing, in the south the hills with trees. We'll catch our hopes and wishes we've whispered on the breeze. Take me by the hand, cross that northern sea, town called Amsterdam, and a girl named Liberty. Very easy. Take me by the hand, cross that northern sea, to a town called Amsterdam, and a girl named Liberty. One more time, take me by the hand, across that northern sea, town called Amsterdam, and a girl named Liberty.
Norris sent me a little bio which has some interesting stuff in here. He's, in addition to playing a lot of different instruments and a lot of different kinds of music and styles of music, he's worked in a lot of different jobs. Dishwasher, cook, janitor, census taker, school teacher, furniture mover, postal worker, au pair, and boys youth counselor are some of the jobs that he's worked at. And he's also played in concerts with a lot of people whose names you would recognize, such as the Dubliners, Mississippi John Hurt, Carolina Slim, Daryl Adams, Elizabeth Cotton, Tom Paley, Tom Hanway, Steve Winwood, and there's a list of several more here that you would recognize. Quite a career you've been pursuing.
Well, I think if you're given a talent, then you have to be able to use it for some reason. And what I find that if I can cause people, just while I'm playing, to forget their problems for 5 or 10 seconds, then I've been somewhat successful. I have a CD out, and on the CD, there's a song called Hard Times, and it's done with banjo, and it turns out to be one of my favorite songs. It goes something like this. Let us pause in life's pleasures and count the many tears as we all stop sorrow with the cold. There's a song that'll linger forever in our ear. Oh, hard times come again no more. Song, the sigh of the weary. Hard times come again no more. Many days you have lingered around my cabin door. Hard times come again no more. You seek mirth and beauty and music bright and gay. There are frail flames fainting at the door. Her voices are silent, her pleading to say, oh, hard times come again no more. A song, a sigh of the weary. Hard times come again no more. Many days you have lingered around my cabin door. Oh, hard times come again no more. It's a sigh that is wafted across the lonely waves, a wail that is heard on the shore, a dirge that murmurs along a lonely grave. Oh, hard times come again no more. Song, the sigh of the weary. Hard times come again no more. Many days you have lingered around my cabin door. Hard times come again no more. Song, sigh of the weary. Hard times come again no more. Many days you have lingered around my cabin door. Hard times come again no more. Oh, hard times come again no more.
All right, very good. Well, since you mentioned that's on one of these CDs, we should show folks what they look like and tell folks how to get in touch with you. Norris can be reached at 212-608-1521,
and he's got 2 CDs available. This one was recorded in the 70s by Bear Family, a re-release by Bear Family from an original 1970 recording. And this, I guess, is a more recent recording?
That's made by some friends in their studio in Holland. What they did is they invited me, because I said I have some backing musicians that can play with me. And he said, no, we'll just give you some instruments, take you into the studio, and just let you play, and then we'll select what we want. That's the way it worked out.
All right.
I like sad and lonesome songs, as Roscoe Holcomb would say, something that has a high lonesome sound. And this is a song I can recall first hearing. It's a song from the Ozarks. It's called Lady Mary. I think I learned it from a Carl Sandburg songbook. He came from his palace so grand. He came to the cottage door. His words were few, but his love, they lingered forevermore. The smile in his dark brown eyes, more worthless than words could be. But I was nothing to him, and he was the world to me. Down in the garden so grand, all dressed in white satins and lace, the lady so strange and so cold, to find in his heart no place. He knew I would be his bride, with a kiss for life to be. But I was nothing to him, and he was a world to me. Down in his garden so grand, on a flower-strewn bier he lies. His lids, they are closed over his beautiful, sad, dark eyes. And among the mourners that mourn, why should I a mourner be? For I was nothing to him, and he was a world to me. Now how will it be with our soul when we meet in that spirit land? What the mortal heart never does know, will the spirit then understand? Or in some celestial form, will the sorrows repeated be? That I meant nothing to him, and he was a world to me. That I meant nothing to him, and he was a world to me.
interesting kind of, I think you called it a chord harp before.
Yeah.
Where did you pick that up?
Well, this is related to the auto harp, except because there's a patent on auto harp from Oscar Schmidt. Anything that is similar can't be called an auto harp. It can be called a chord harp, and I think in Germany even call it a rose harp because it has a picture of a rose, but it's actually the same as the auto harp. And the auto harp is related to the German zither. The only difference is that this has bars, and when you press on those bars, pieces of felt come against the string, and those strings are dampened, so you don't hear them. The strings that are left over make chords, so it's actually easy to play.
Great. So it's where is it made? This particular instrument?
I think this. I'm not sure, but it's some. It can be in Germany or it can be in Japan, but it's not made in the States.
I got it.
Yeah.
What else would you like to do for us, Norris?
Well, in America, in the Southeast, they have a type of singing that we call sacred harp singing. And I love it for two reasons. It's because it's a cappella, and it's because of the sort of slurring that occurs sliding from one note to another. You probably know the word or the words to the song Amazing Grace. But my favorite version, I know 3 versions of it. In fact, on one of my CDs there are 2 versions, but this is my favorite version. This is a cappella. What I will do is I will sing the first verse 2 times. The second time I will line it out, and if you're brave enough in the studio here, you can sing along with me. It goes something like this. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found, was blind, but now I see. 'Tis grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieve. How precious did that grace appear, the hour I first believed. Too many dangers, toils, and snares I have already come. 'Tis grace that brought me safe thus far, and grace will lead me home. When we've been there 10,000 years, bright shining as the sun, we've no less days to sing God's praise than when we first begun. And with lining out, it would go something like this. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. That saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found. I once was lost, but now am found. Was blind, but now I see. Was blind, but now I see.
All right. Got a great voice for that, Norris.
How much time do we have?
We have, oh gee, time flies when you're having fun. We have like 3 minutes left.
Oh, Ralph's going to join me on this one. This is a song that I used to sing as a blues, but later I learned that it has other words to it. It goes something like this. This is the way I used to sing it. Burden down, Lord. Burden down, Lord. When another lay. Burden down. Burden down, Lord. Burden down, Lord. When I lay my burden down. Going home to be with Jesus. When I lay my burden down, going home when I lay my burden down, Lord, burden down, Lord, when I lay my burden down, Lord, burden down, Lord, when I lay my burden down. Ralph? Recognize it? Maybe now. Well, I was standing by my window on a cold and cloudy day when I saw a hearse rolling for to carry my mother away. Sing with me, well, the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by. There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. And if you want to sing and you don't want the person next to you to know how bad you're singing, clap your hands. Undertaker, 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 please drive slow, clap your hands for the body you are carrying. Hate to see her go. Well, let's circle